Today I'm removing the transmission from this old school Toyota, and for the sake of this video, we're gonna do it in 2 minutes. I bought this 1987 Toyota pickup from a classic car dealership with 7,500 miles on the drivetrain, and now I'm pulling the transmission because second gear left the chat about 50 miles from the dealership. Yeah, that wasn't cool, but here we are needing a new transmission and the dealer won't take my calls, so today, it's coming out. I don't have a step-by-step list, but the good thing is you don't really need one. There's only a few things to do on these old trucks. I started with the rear drive shaft, disconnecting it from the axle and the transfer case. Then the front drive shaft, which was a bit more tricky to get at these bolts, but all I had to do was put it in 4-wheel drive, then in and out of gear to reach each bolt individually. Then it was time to remove the speedometer and the other 2 electrical plugs, which I'm pretty sure is just the reverse sensor and the neutral safety. Then it was time to remove the starter, and it was easiest to do this with a swivel head and an extension in the engine bay. This truck has 2 shifters, one for the transmission and one for the transfer case, and both of them need to be removed. There's 4 bolts for each one of them, and then you just lift them right out of the top. And I guess I forgot to film one part, and that's the slave cylinder. It's basically just a hydraulic line on the passenger side. This is what engages your clutch. So far this job has been super easy and a walk in the park, but now for the hard part, the bell housing bolts. The ones along the bottom are easy to get out, but the ones that are on top are pretty tough to get to. That is, unless you use this trick that I found out a few years ago, where you use these really long extensions. Now without those, this would have been really difficult, and I probably would have been cursing at these things for hours. And now all I have left is the transmission crossmember, but before I drop this transmission on my face, I got the semi-trusty Harbor Freight transmission jack and strapped this thing down. And now I could go ahead and take out the crossmember bolts, and with that out of the way, it's time for this transmission to come down. And if you've ever taken out a transmission before, you know that it can get really difficult to actually separate the transmission from the back of the engine, even if you have everything disconnected. So you gotta shake it a little bit, you gotta jack it up and down, maybe even use a crowbar until the thing finally breaks free and you can lower it down. And lucky for me, these Toyota transmissions are pretty light, so I could actually carry it onto the bench and get it ready for disassembly. If you want to watch the full video of taking this thing out, you can find it on our YouTube channel, Expedition Ranch TV.